Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, home of the #1 independent wrestling coverage, available on iTunes, Stitcher, blogtalk Radio, and wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net and join the revolution now.
Welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. It's me, Oscar. I just feel like evolving right now. By the way, I got to say that anyway. Joining me now, I got the guy from the NYC. I hope he didn't burn his hash just like his defensive end. I got Tom with me. What's going on, Tom?
God, stop making the Jason Pierre-Paul jokes. I've heard too much of them already. Here's another one. Hey, if Jason Pierre-Paul steals something in the future, they'll just rename it the Four-Finger Discount.
Oh, wow.
But other than that, it's all good over here. Been working like crazy. I am tired, but we have so much wrestling to talk about, so no sleep till Brooklyn.
That's a good one there. But we have a little surprise that is joining us today. I got
surprise. I'm a surprise.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm not a surprise guest, damn it.
No, you're not fucking Roderick Strong. You're WH Skids. I'm surprised you're on the show today because you're live at Dodger Stadium right now.
Yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm on break, I might as well be on the show for like a good 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you're enjoying seeing the Dodgers kicking the worst team of baseball's ass, the Philadelphia Phillies, but sorry, no offense.
I'm watching the best pitcher in the game today, Zach Greinke. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. He's an all-star now, you can say that. But anyways, let's just start off, talk about this weekend's Evolve shows coming up, Evolve 45 and 46. By the way, any you guys going to watch this show this weekend?
If I don't watch it, I'll get to it.
Yeah, I don't know about watching it live. It's going to be a busy weekend, so I mean, I'll probably catch it sometime next week, but I'm definitely going to check them out eventually.
All right. Well, this is for our listeners. Know if you want to check this show out or these two shows, you can go to wwnlive.com. But we're going to go down to the card.
Real quick, Oscar, before you get on the card, I just want to say for those folks who's listening, I recommend you guys to order because Zack Sabre Jr., the best technical wrestler in the world, is a part of both shows. So yeah, go ahead and order that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna go to the beginning to the main event on these two cards. So, all right, the first one from Evolve 45, Gray J going against Andrew Everett. I'm not that familiar with Gray J, but I'm very familiar with Andrew Everett. We already know he can kill it. He's a freaking maniac. He flies around like a freaking Mothman and shit. So, yeah, I don't know how to comment about this match. I'm not familiar with Gray J. I heard of his name around, but I'm never familiar to his skills or anything. So, I'm gonna pass it to Tom. I'm gonna pass it to Skits first because he's got a little bit of time. Skits, you any comment for this match?
Well, I'm just like you. I'm not familiar with the other guy. We already know what Everett can do. One of the best high flyers in the game today. You got to go for him to, excite the crowd and get the crowd going.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Before I pass it to Tom, I want to say, Tom, one of your favorite wrestlers just retweeted Jarius Cotton Belly. So just want to let you know that. I know you like Jarius Cotton Belly a lot. But yeah, Tom, do you have any comment about this match?
Yeah, just like you two, I'm not really familiar with Ray J. I mean, kind of a new name, but, going into Andrew Everett, it would be a good way to get your name out there, kind of break out. So it's going to be a big match for him. It's going to be interesting to see how Andrew Everett is going to be used and evolved going forward. Obviously, with Ricochet not being in Evolve as much, they're missing that really big high flyer. Yeah, Rich Swann is in there, but I don't think he's on the same level high flying wise as Andrew Everett. Rich Swann is a great wrestler, but it's just they're two different types of guys. So you kind of need that one distinctive high flyer in there that you can kind of push toward the main event scene. So it'll be interesting to see if Andrew Everett gets a more serious push going forward in Evolve now that Ricochet is not being used in the company as much.
Interesting. That's an interesting thing about Ricochet and Evolve. But it's funny. When I was at PWG, I think I heard them talking to somebody saying, "You know what? Fuck, I don't like Gabe and those guys. Fuck them." I swear to God, I thought I heard him say that shit from over a conversation. But hopefully, it's not that bad. But we'll see if Ricochet ever comes back to the company. All right. Next match, Rich Swann will be going against Timothy Thatcher. I have to say, this is two different styles. You got one high flyer guy against one technical guy. Thatcher is
Tim Thatcher, damn it.
Yeah, Tim Thatcher is I think he's gonna win this match. I feel like they really want to push this guy as one of the top dudes in Evolve. So he's I feel like he's gonna break Rich Swann in half, and I'm gonna see him this weekend at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Spoiler alert: he is one half of the Heritage Tag Team Champions, so can't wait to see that. So yeah, he's gonna break his back. Skits, you got a comment for this match?
Just Tim Thatcher's been killing the game, period. As you said, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, doing big things there. Evolve, WrestleMania week when I saw him last time, he had a great weekend. About to make he just made his debut at PWG. He's going to Bola. I think he's going to have one of those quiet, hot summers. A lot of folks not going to be looking for him, but he's going to have a quiet, hot summer.
Yeah, definitely. And I could see him being ranked pretty high, maybe in our top 20, and when the end of the year comes to the WH Top 100. So I could see that happening. Tom, you have a comment to this match?
It's very interesting that Evolve is continuing to do these different type of matchups. It's working really well. I think we saw a lot of it over WrestleMania weekend, and it's something that I think Evolve is really kind of distancing themselves from other indie promotions, because you wouldn't really see this type of matchup in any other promotion. Usually in most indie promotions, you see high flyer versus high flyer, technical guy versus technical guy. You don't usually see the high flyers and technical guys usually mix it up. So Evolve is really kind of pushing these two different styles meeting, and it's working out great. Timothy Thatcher had a hell of a WrestleMania weekend. I think that was really the point where people really put Tim Thatcher on notice. Because, after that weekend, people who had never seen Evolve or Tim Thatcher before were singing praises about the guy. And I think 2015, it's a big breakout year for Tim Thatcher. I think a lot of people knew of his talents before this year, but 2015, I think, he's getting booked in a lot more places, obviously making his PWG debut at Mystery Vortex 3. Just recently, and he's going to be in Bola. So 2015 is looking like a real breakout year for Tim Thatcher exposure-wise.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the next match. A match I've seen before in PWG. Well, me and Skits seen in PWG before, but Chris Hero going against Trevor Lee. I have to say I am finally happy that Gabe is putting Trevor Lee in these kind of matches, no longer in fucking dark matches in FIP or just in FIP. I'm happy that Gabe is finally see the light of Trevor Lee. Putting the Chris Hero is a big thing. Chris Hero's like, I don't know, it's kind of confusing to me in Evolve. I feel like he's a heel. At the same time, he's just as a face that doesn't like young guys. That's how I see Chris Hero in Evolve. If I had to predict, for some reason, I still go for Chris Hero. I see another match kind of like when I was Evolve at WrestleMania weekend when he had that match against Biff Busick. I could see something like that, even though Trevor Lee is not a technical wrestler. He's another high-flying type guy as well, in my opinion. I could see a match something like that for this weekend between the two. I don't see no crazy spots he did at PWG, but I'm still expecting this to be a good match. I'm going to pass it to Skits. Skits, you have any thoughts on this match? Skits, you still there? We lost Skits. All right, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a really, really good match. Like I said, it doesn't matter what people say. Chris Hero is having one hell of a 2015. I mean, he is putting on some of his best matches we've seen in a long time from him. I like to think he's kind of back to where he was at the Kings of Wrestling days, when him and Cesaro were just tearing it up in singles matches and tag matches in ROH and PWG, etc. He's having a great year. Of course, Trevor Lee is absolutely killing it as well. So you put those two guys in the ring, and it's sure to be a great match. But what's interesting, and I wasn't looking at this before. We're on Evolve 45, correct?
Yes.
Because I'm looking at WWNLive.com, and it says that Biff Busick is challenging Andrew Everett.
And this is Evolve 45, right?
Yep. I'm at WWNLive.com, and it says Biff Busick is taking on Andrew Everett.
Well, I'm looking through on our website, and I'm trying to see if there's any changes, but I'm looking through the website, but this was posted July 7th. And it still says Gray J against Andrew Everett. Unless Gray J just made an announcement he's not going to make it.
I don't know. That's interesting. I just noticed.
Why would Biff Busick challenge Andrew Everett?
I don't know. I'm gonna let me check out DGUSA.tv and see what they have. But anyway, keep going with the card.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the next match. This is gonna be a one technical battle here. You got from TNA Wrestling, one half of the Wolves, Davey Richards, going against Zack Sabre Jr. Now, this is going to be, if you like technical submissions, all that stuff, that's a match you're going to end up watching if you're going to order this iPay-per-view event. Those two guys could go technical anyways. I mean, we all know Davey Richards could have a good technical match with anyone. Same with Zack Sabre Jr. This could be a match of the night type match. It's gonna be a good one. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, if you guys order this iPay-per-view, just a match you got to watch right here. Tom, you have any comment between this match and Davey Richards and Zack Sabre Jr.?
Just like you said, it's a technical fan's dream right here. That's what it's being billed as. It's a dream match between Davey Richards and Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr., one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, if not the best. Davey Richards, one of the most accomplished technical wrestlers, I'd say, of the past 5 to 7 years. A lot of submissions, a lot of counters and reversals, probably a lot of stiff kicks as well. So it's going to be a hell of a match. And Davey Richards, like I said, another guy that's been doing great stuff on the indie scene. And it's such a shame because we don't. It's two different Davey Richards that we see on the independent scene as compared to TNA. TNA, he's still good, but when he gets on the independent scene, whether it's Evolve, AAW, whatever it may be, it's a completely different Davey Richards, and a lot of people don't get to really see what he can still do, and it's a shame. And it's a shame that, it's a shame that TNA is holding maybe him and Davey from returning to PWG this month for 3 Mendes 4, but, what can you do? But this should still be a hell of a matchup. This will probably be worth the price of admission right here.
Yeah, definitely. If I was going to that show, I would be checking this. I mean, I will be happy that I spend my money watching this match. But anyways, let me go to the main event for Evolve 45. The main event is going to be a tag team gun match between Drew Galloway and Roderick Strong going against the Premier Athlete brand of Anthony Nese and Caleb Conley with SoCal Val corner. I want to ask you, what is? Well, actually, let me explain this one. Interested to see how would Drew Galloway and Roderick Strong do as a tag team. It's going against the Premier Athlete brands. I love the guys. Those two guys they're probably the best tag team in Evolve. I mean, I don't know what's up with the Bravados, but their tag team division is not that strong. But it's the Premier Athlete brand's kind of been like, I've been like not interested in them for the past year. I mean, they were starting off pretty good. Like, this could be something interesting, like Mount Rushmore type thing, until they kind of fade out, And I'm not talking about the talent of Anthony Nese and Caleb Conley, but it's just that I just don't feel them in there anymore like I used to. But the main event, I guess, is a way to like how to end this show. I mean, Evolve 46 I feel like it's the most focused show that they want everybody to order. So they just put this main event between Roderick Strong and Drew Galloway against Premier Athlete brand. All I gotta say, it's hopefully be a good match. I don't know if it's gonna be something that I can say, oh yeah, this is gonna be a great. I really want to see this match. I'm trying to think something positive to say about this match. I'm trying my hardest, but I just don't know what to say right now. But anyways, Tom, you have a comment about the main event?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's nothing against Anthony Nese and Caleb Conley, but I really feel like the Premier Athlete brand has lost a lot of steam as heels over the past couple months. At one point they were getting a lot of heat. I think Anthony Nese at one point was probably maybe one of the top heels in there, and he's really cooled off. Caleb Conley's still doing good. But I don't know. I've always said it. Anthony Nese, he's good, but there's something about him that's never really stood out to me about him. He is just been part of the Premier Athlete brand, and that's really the only thing that has been separating him. If he wasn't a part of it, he would just kind of blend in with everybody else. He really wouldn't stand out. Caleb Connolly, I think, that's where Caleb Connolly, I think, differs. I think Caleb Connolly stands out a lot more than Anthony Nese. So, if they have to break up the Premier Athlete brand, even though, it's the top heel faction, I think it would be worth it in the end if you're going to push Caleb Connolly because he has the ability to do so. It's also going to be interesting to see how, Drew Galloway and Roderick Strong get along, what's going to happen, with those two. So, very interesting main event, but maybe a little bit underwhelming. I'm not Gabe Sapolsky. I don't have the mind that Gabe Sapolsky has. Probably nowhere close to it, but I wouldn't put this as the main event, even though you have the champ in there and you want to put them in the main event. I would have put probably Sabre Jr. and Davey Richards in the main event, just because I think that's a match more people are looking forward to. But like I said, don't take my word for it. That's just my opinion. That's just how I would do things. Like I said, I'm not Gabe Sapolsky. I don't know how to run a company, so that's just my take.
Yeah, definitely. Well, just to let our listeners know, that is part of the you can say that is the whole card for Evolve 45. If you're interested, it's just to order this pay-per-view, just go to wwnlive.com and you can check out his event. This is going to take place tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So, just check it out, and hope you enjoy this show tomorrow night. And also, let's go to Evolve 46. I'm going to do it again like I did in 45 from lower cards up. But Timothy Thatcher will be going against Tommy N. Now, this is going to be a good one. Okay, Thatcher is he's not a technical guy. Tommy N, I think he's a hard-hitting guy. I saw him when I saw him wrestle against Hero at PWG, and over there, who the fuck did he wrestle in that Evolve show I went to? Who the fuck did he wrestle? Fuck, I forgot who he wrestled against. But they were maybe it was Ethan Page. I could be wrong, but this guy is very, very good.
Hold on a second. I'm on DGUSA.tv, and it says it's Timothy Thatcher versus Martin Stone.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm reading, and I went to wwnlive.com, and they didn't even have any Timothy Thatcher match up there. So this is definitely a little odd that there's been a couple matches that have been different. Yes, I'm on. See, all right. So look at this. So on DJUSA.tv, they have Timothy Thatcher versus Martin Stone. I'm on WWNLive.com, and they have Chris Hero versus Timothy Thatcher.
What the?
That's a little weird, isn't it?
What the fuck are they doing? Evolve, get your head out of your ass.
Yeah, you gotta update both websites if you're gonna have people ordering this event. Just a little piece of advice. You want to have it set, especially since it's so close to the event.
Yeah, definitely. All right, but let's just go on the next match. Let's see if this match is on there still. Caleb Conley with SoCal Val going against Andrew Everett. Now, is that shit still on there?
Yeah, that match is on both websites.
All right. This is okay. If you guys like high-flying shit, then you'll like this match. Andrew Everett and Caleb Conley to fly around. some people say Caleb Conley should be in PWG. I don't know. I don't want to go that far. I don't know about you, Tom, but he is good. But I don't know about PWG status. Yeah, like I'm not a guy like, okay, he should be a PWG already. I mean, he's pretty good. I met the guy before. He's a good, cool dude, you know. But I don't think he's ready, PWG ready. But if you people are questioning Caleb going to PWG, well, if you want to have a better answer, maybe check out this match, him and Andrew Everett, a guy that is in PWG, and he's a former PWG Tag Team Champion. But I think this match is going to be really, really good, though. Hopefully, maybe Andrew Everett wins this match. I think was it you or Skis that just said earlier. Hope to really push him in, evolve. So it'd be a good way to do it. From a victory over Caleb Conley.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a good match. You know, Caleb Conley is not like the type of high flyer that Andrew Everett is. I think Andrew Everett relies more on the high flying aspect than really anything else. That's his forte, and he does it, some of the best in the world. Caleb Conley, I think, he's very versatile. He could do a lot of other things, kind of like a Trevor Lee, in the sense that Trevor Lee can do high flying, he can do power moves, he can do submissions, stuff like that. As far as Caleb Conley, PWG, right now, I would say no, just for the fact that, number one, there's too much talent going to PWG. It's hard to get all the guys into PWG. But I think by the end of the year, he could be in PWG, or by early 2016, I think he could be in PWG. I think, Caleb Conley's still getting better, still working on a lot of things, and he's definitely on the rise. His stock is going up show by show, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him in there soon. It's just, like I said, they're bringing in so much talent that there's only so much talent you could bring in at a time. So you don't, because, if every talent on the indie scene could choose, everyone would want to go to PWG, because that's where everybody's getting the most exposure. That's where you get your name out. Look at guys like Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee was virtually unknown before PWG. We've talked about this before. And then once he got into PWG, now he's getting booked more than ever. So PWG gets your name out there. So, like I said, every indie guy, they probably want to get out to PWG. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if it gets there sometime down the road, but I don't think his time is yet. But yeah. All right. The next match. Let's just see. Hope this one's on the website as well. Anthony Nese with SoCal Val versus Trevor Lee.
That should be, that's probably going to be a high-flying match, probably a couple power moves, because both guys are pretty strong for their size, so it should be a solid matchup. I'm not expecting a match of the night, but it's just going to be, I think, maybe to push. It's either going to go one of two ways. Either they're going to start really pushing Trevor Lee as a serious threat and evolve, or Anthony Nese is going to start getting built up, and the Premier Athlete brand is going to start getting built up. But in the same token, you look at the night before, Anthony Nese and Caleb Conley are involved in that main event tag match, and I don't think they would go over Drew Galloway and Roderick Strong. I just don't think that's happening. So maybe we start to see the start of the end of the Premier Athlete brand, and Anthony Nese losing to Trevor Lee could be another big blow.
Yeah, you know what? Looking at these matches, Anthony Nese versus Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley versus Andrew Everett, I don't see both Caleb Conley and Anthony Nese losing. So I have to take a guess. I think Nese could go over Trevor Lee. It might not make sense at all, but I just don't see both Lee and Everett winning. But if that happens, might as well kill off the fucking Premier Athletes brand. So
yeah, I think if it's any indication, I think Caleb Conley wins over Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee wins over Anthony Nese. I don't think you could do it the other way. It wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the next match. Let's see, hope this match is on there too. T.J. Perkins, a.k.a. Madnick, will be going against Zack Sabre Jr. This is a match that, TJ could go technical as well. He's more like a technical and a high flyer guy. I don't expect this match to be better than the Evolve 45 match between Zack Sabre and Davey Richards. Could it be a match of the night? Possibly. But we'll see. It's interesting to see how Zack Sabre and DJ Perkins work. I don't know if they've worked together before, but I think it's going to be a really great match. You're going to see submission and all that stuff. That's kind of stuff that TJ likes to work. I think he was on the show saying that's the kind of match he likes to do. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great match between the two. And, maybe Zack Sabre will win this match. Don, will you have a comment for this match?
Yeah, it should be a great technical matchup. Like I said, T.J. Perkins is one of the most versatile wrestlers around. If it's a high-flying match, he can go. If it's a technical match like this one, he can go. If it's a hard-hitting, stiff matchup, he can go. It doesn't matter. So this should be great. Probably a lot of technical reversals in here, getting in and out of submissions. Should be interesting to see what they can come up with. I'm sure it's going to be very creative in this matchup. And these are the matches that showcase what Evolve is about and where it's pure technical wrestling. And I think that's what draws a lot of people to Evolve. So this is the match that you want to do. So should be good stuff.
All right. Let's just go to the next match. What's the damn thing? Okay. Next match. Davey Richards going against Chris Hero. I've seen these guys wrestle so many times already in the past. But it's been a while since I've seen these two get it on. And see what both are going to do in the ring. It's been a while. Let's just see if their chemistry between the two is still there. Because it's been a while. Maybe been 2 years since I've seen these guys got it on.
It's been. This is going to be the first time they wrestle since 2011. Yeah, 2011. Right before. I think it was right before Hero was going into NXT.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since these guys got it on. But let's just see what they could do in an Evolve ring. What I expect is something kind of like if this match is still going to go on between Timothy Thatcher and Tommy Yen, I expect technician, hard hitting. I see hard punches, hard kicks, enforce stuff. I could see that happening between the two. It's been a while since those guys got on, but let's just see what they could do in 2015, since we saw them in the past going at it, flipping their throats out. But it'll be interesting to see what they could do. What's your comment on this match, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Hero and Davey Richards are both doing great stuff on the indie scene. They're going to kick the crap out of each other. I don't think either guy has lost a step since 2011. Still a lot of the same, if not maybe even better. So, you know, it's going to be another great matchup. You know, this could steal the show very easily. So watch out for this one.
Yeah, you could be right. That's show stealer, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Just anything can go. Next match, it's a little question mark here, but for the Open and Freedom Game Championship, well, we all know Drew Galloway holds both Open and Freedom Game and the Evolve Championship, but Drew Galloway's gonna have to wrestle twice on this show. And for the Open Freedom Game Championship match, Drew Galloway will defend against to be announced. If I had to take a guess that somebody's gonna make an appearance on Saturday night, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess Austin Aries is gonna be his opponent. Will he take the title from Galloway? Maybe. If he's gonna be coming to Evolve shows more often, then yeah, he could probably do it. And at the same time, he's got some Ring of Honor stuff coming up as well. If I had to guess, it'd be Austin Aries. It seems like it's gonna be a total surprise. I don't know. Could they be a possibility? Maybe a Busick. Maybe looking at names out there that possibly could do Evolve this weekend.
Yeah, it's tough because, you know, some of the Evolve regulars are doing other stuff this weekend. Like, you know, you could think Ethan Page, but he's doing other stuff this weekend. He's got a busy weekend with AIW and Alpha One. Johnny Gargano's got AIW this weekend as well. So I guess you could eliminate those two. Maybe don't completely eliminate them because you never know. I don't know about Austin Aries. Maybe. I do feel like that if Austin Aries was going to be on the show, you'd want to promote it, you know, because he's a big-time name. You know, just like what Ring of Honor did. As soon as they got him, they announced that he's going to be wrestling for the company. So you want to advertise that to get people to go to the show. So could be Austin Aries, maybe Biff Busick, maybe Drew Gulak. I don't know. I think, actually, see, what I'm thinking is, this is what I'm thinking. This is a theory. I think CZW has a show on Saturday, the 11th. I'm pretty sure, and that's why I think Busick and Gulak aren't going to be on this show. Like I said, I could be wrong, but let me check CZW's website. But anyway, let's go on to the main event of Evolve 46, and let's talk about that one.
Yeah, the main event, which it shocked the hell out of me when I found out this was going to be the main event. For the Evolve Championship, we got Drew Galloway defending against Trent Beretta with SoCal Val. We all know I was surprised that Trent would be stepping in the ring and Evolve ring, because I thought that he pissed off Gabe when he when Rocky Romero announced he was going to be the mystery partner, or his partner, moving on for Ring of Honor in New Japan, and Gabe made a tweet saying that Trent no longer be a part of Evolve WWE Lives anymore, and then he comes back, he's getting Evolve title match. After all that, it'll be hard for me to believe Trent Beretta will walk out Evolve champ with the Evolve title. It'll be weird. I mean, about a year ago, I thought he will freaking be one of the top guys in WWE Live today, right now, but due to the knee injury, and I feel like Gabe fucked up, on results like that show they did during WrestleMania 30. I feel like he fucked him over right there, and a couple times I thought Gabe fucked up, but the match, it might be a great match, and we all gonna know Drew Galloway's gonna win, and he's gonna do another speech again about professional wrestling. So yeah. We'll see.
Spot on impression there. Yeah, it was very surprising to me to see Trent being back in the company, especially so quickly after the whole thing with him announcing he's leaving and then Evolve announcing that Trent's gone. So kind of interesting circumstances that happen, but it's wrestling, so, a guy could leave the company 1 week and then he'll be back a month later. So you never know. Like you said, should be a great match. Both those guys are going to go in there. They know each other well. So I think the chemistry's there already in the ring. So should be great. And while we're talking about shows that are going on this weekend, because I was just looking at CZWWrestling.com, there is an iPay-per-view going on this Saturday. So that's why some of the people from Evolve that you see aren't going to be on it, such as Mike Bailey, who's been on it. Obviously, Drew Gulak, guys like those. Run down the card real quick. And that's why also Rich Swann, that's why he's not on Evolve 46. If you notice, his name's not on there because he's going to be wrestling and he's going to be going against Joey Janela, got Greg Excellent and Zocio, and Christy Rivera taking on the front, David Starr, Shane Strickland, Devin Moore and the Lucky 13 taking on John Gresham and Bucks Belmar, Mike Bailey taking on AR Fox, got Nick Gage, Drew Gulak going one-on-one, Joe Gacy going against the returning Tim Donst. Huge four-way for the CCW tag titles. Ohio is for Killers, Young Bucks, Beaver Boys, Team Tremendous, and CCW heavyweight title, Black G's taking on Matt Tremont. So 2 pay-per-views going on the same day, basically the same time. Very interesting. And especially because there's talent in there that work for both promotions.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's just take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a lot of Ring of Honor. A lot of changes happened. Some new matches have been added. But we'll talk a lot of Ring of Honor when we come back.
Good afternoon, this is England's Zack Sabre Jr. And when I'm not drinking tea and hanging out with the Queen, I am always listening to Wrestling Heads Radio. Cheerio.
Hello friends, this is Matt Seidel. You are using your brain and listening to Wrestling Heads. Respect.
My name is Rich Swann, and we're at PWG, but you are now listening to the Wrestlehead Radio.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Before we talk some Ring of Honor, I want to say something that happened 15 years ago today. Tom, let me ask you a question. Did you watch WCW back in the day?
Now, this is the weird thing, because I haven't talked much on the show about WCW. I don't have a lot of memories of watching WCW, but when I ask my dad, he says that I used to channel flip, like a lot of people used to do. You know, you go from Raw to WCW, and so forth and so forth. I only remember watching WWE back in the day, but my dad swears by that I used to watch both. So just a funny little thing on that. One of the only things I ever remember watching was a random Disco Inferno match. That's one of the only memories I have of watching WCW.
All right, well, if you watch it or not, maybe you knew what happened 15 years ago today at Bash at the Beach.
Oh my, Bash at the Beach 2000. You mean one of the worst fucking shows?
Yes, Vince Russo fucking screwed over Hulk Hogan. He told Jeff Jarrett to lay down and have Hogan pin him and give him the title and have Hogan walk down the building. And Hulk Hogan straight out grabbed the mic. And he was shooting, actually. This is fucking some real shit. Shoot at him, and he says, "This is why the company's in the shape it is, because it's bullshit like this, Russo." You know, that happened 15 years ago today. And maybe we can say what happened, the positive thing 15 years ago today, that Booker T has won the WCW championship. That was his first reign on that same night, so I have to put that out there. It happened 15 years ago today.
WCW 2000, I went back, this was a couple of years ago. I can't remember exactly when. But, because people always talk about how bad WCW 2000 was. And I was like, it couldn't be that bad. WCW 2000 might be some of the worst shit I've ever seen. We rag on TNA a lot. And, we've, a lot of people have given them shit over the years. No matter what TNA does, they've done a lot of stupid stuff. I don't think anything will ever be as bad as what WCW 2000 was. That was pure manure at its finest. My God, that company was completely, like I said, shit isn't even like a proper word, worse than shit.
Yes, definitely. Well, that's why I just want to put that out there. But anyways, let's just talk some Ring of Honor stuff that's going on right now. Unfortunately, all you guys know that, I don't know, maybe Ring of Honor screwed up, but supposedly this match was supposed to go down, but it took it off the website. But we all know Austin Aries made his return to Ring of Honor. He got announced and everything. But before this maybe this screwed up happened, let me ask you a question. What are your thoughts of Austin Aries' return to Ring of Honor?
I said it on Twitter. I was really surprised because, he kind of burned bridges with Ring of Honor. Granted, it was at the time when Jim Cornette was there. But this wasn't the first time that him and Ring of Honor were on bad terms. When he left Ring of Honor the first time, they were kind of on, not so good terms. And then he came back, and then he got on bad terms again. So, really surprised to see it, but obviously it's a big boost for them, with Samoa Joe coming so quickly and leaving so quickly. They definitely need some star power because they've only built up only a couple guys, so they need some star power so Austin Aries can give that boost. It also, I think, can attract a lot of old Ring of Honor fans that may have, stopped watching the product. It can get them some incentive to go back. You can do a lot with Austin Aries. You could put him in singles matches. You could team him back up with Roderick Strong, bring back that whole team. That was, that's a great team. It's Generation Next. Some great Ring of Honor stuff there. And, Austin Aries is one of the few men in Ring of Honor that's been a two-time champion, along with, Jay Briscoe. So he's one of the most decorated Ring of Honor stars ever. So big boost for Ring of Honor. But I also said this on Twitter as well. You have to think now that Austin Aries has gone from TNA that listen, I don't care what anybody says, and this may probably not even turn out to be true. But now that he's gone from TNA, he's on WWE's radar. WWE has to have some interest in him. And he may not. I'm not saying he's going to be signed, but there has to be some interest in signing him. Whether or not he gets signed is still a question. Whether or not he gets, a look at by WWE, that's still a question. But you have to think that, with what WWE is doing with NXT and how they're building it as a brand, and they're trying to grab as many big indie names to draw people in, why not bring in Austin Aries? Like I said, people never thought Samoa Joe would be in WWE after, so many years with TNA, and he's, already, one of the biggest stars in NXT. His merchandise is selling out, so there's no reason why they wouldn't sign Austin Aries. It's just that if they want him or not. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. And, like I said, it's a problem that Ring of Honor has. Yes, it's going to be awesome to see Austin Aries back in Ring of Honor, but they can't rely too heavily on him because he could be gone within an instant.
Yeah, definitely. With the history he had Ring of Honor, who knows? Who knows what the fuck can happen? Will we hearing something negative between the two again? Who knows? But I'm shocked that he's returned to Ring of Honor, and he's going to be at the Las Vegas show, which I cannot go, which that fucking sucks. But, yeah, he's going to be there July 17th. Ring of Honor posted a picture and quickly took it off, but supposedly in Vegas he was going to wrestle against Nakamura. I would have been like, oh, fuck. I would have been like, fucking shitting on myself on purpose if this match really happened, and I'm not going to be there 4 hours away. But, fortunately, that was end up false. And there was news broken out this week that Roderick Strong got taken off of the main event of the Las Vegas show, the Vegas Wild Card match, and now he's taking Roderick Strong's place of the Vegas Wild Card match. So now it's going to be Jay Lethal, Austin Aries, and Moose going against Jay Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Don Castle. So, what thoughts of that going there for this main event? Adding Aries in this match.
Very interesting. Who knows why Roderick Strong got taken off the show? There's no other shows that day. And you have to think, the next week he's going to be headlining Death Before Dishonor against Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World title. There's no PWG show that day. There's no other shows that I can think of that Roderick Strong would be on, so I don't know why it got taken off. And it also sucks because you have to think, okay, imagine, you're near the Las Vegas area and you're like, man, maybe, I don't know if I want to go to the Ring of Honor show. Maybe I will. And you see Austin Aries versus Nakamura and you're like, holy shit, I'm going to buy my tickets just for that match. And then come to find out that's not going to happen. And you're like, obviously, probably some people are going to be disappointed. But I don't know. It's very strange, very odd. Does that mean Nakamura's not going to be on that show? Does that mean, they had to change things up because Nakamura couldn't make it to that show? Because I don't get that. Number one, I don't think Nakamura could even make it to that show. Hold on, now that I'm thinking about it, it's coming back to me. Didn't that turn out to be false, that whole Nakamura-Austin Aries thing?
Yeah, I'm saying it ends up being false.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute. I remember reading on Twitter it was false. But, because that wouldn't make much sense because Nakamura has to be in the G1 Climax 3 days later. So that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So, that whole rant was for nothing. But Roderick Strong not being on there, that's really weird.
All right, let me ask you this match, if this is possible. ODB going against I can pronounce her last name, but her first name, she's from Stardom. Nae Takahashi. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that match really going to happen in Vegas?
I think so. I didn't see any reports that wasn't false, or that was false. But Ring of Honor doesn't really do women's matches. So why would they be doing this randomly? Like I said, the only women's match I can think of was ODB versus Maria. I think that happened one-on-one.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, that was the first women's match in Ring of Honor in forever. So why would they do a random women's match in Ring of Honor out of nowhere? It's really confusing. I don't know if that turned out to be false or not. Maybe somebody can call in, shed some insight on this, if it's true or not. 347-945-5566. Let us know if this is still happening or what's going on.
Or just tweet us at WrestlingHeads. But according to the same, this match is going to happen in Vegas. So between ODB and Takahashi. But anyways, Field of Honor. I know you're not going to that show because you hate baseball fields. You all know that. But they added some matches for that show. Okada is going to be going against Roderick Strong. That's going to be a good one there.
It's absolutely crazy to think that in 2015, Roderick Strong would have gone one-on-one against Tanahashi, Nakamura, and Okada. Three biggest stars in New Japan, Roderick Strong has gone against. That is crazy.
Not only that, I feel like Ring of Honor had to put him against the Japanese talent, because Roderick Strong is really good in the ring, And
oh yeah, I mean, I don't see, like I said, Roderick Strong's Wrestler of the Year right now. I know there's some other contenders, probably. Obviously, Okada's up there, AJ Styles, Cena, Kevin Owens, etc., etc. Right now, Roderick Strong's my Wrestler of the Year. It's very close, though. I think 2015 has been a great wrestling year so far. But, a lot of responsibility and a lot of shine is being put on Roderick Strong. Like I said, what guys would you think would ever go one-on-one with the three biggest names in New Japan in 1 year? I don't even think Michael Elgin's going to be able to do that because he's in different blocks from some of those guys in the G1, so he's not going to be able to do that even. So it's absolutely crazy. So that should be a hell of a match.
Yeah, and this is going to be a great match between the two. They're going to be they're going to be fucking killing each other and tearing their heads off. So it is going to be a good match in the two. Another match. I don't know if I want to call them New Japan guys, but I almost want to call them NOAH guys. But the Killer Elite Squad will be going against War Machine. Now, that's going to be a hard-hitting, heavyweight tag match that you're going to love to see there. If you're going to be a Field of Honor, you might like this match, just to try to join the show, in the baseball field. But this is going to be a hard-hitting match.
Oh, yeah. First time these guys went at it, I believe it was in San Antonio earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was San Antonio. Heard good things about the matchup, so should be good as well. Four powerhouse guys. And it's so funny because Ring of Honor did a backstage segment on their YouTube page of these guys after their match. and War Machine, they're cutting a promo, and, these are big guys. Hanson and Rowe are big guys. They almost tower over most of the Ring of Honor roster. But then you see Davey Boy and Lance Archer come in, and Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith make Hanson and Rowe look small. That's how massive both of those guys are. I thought that was just hilarious how, Hanson and Rowe are supposed to be these big guys, yet Archer and Davey Boy just tower over them.
Yeah, definitely. But it's funny how I said I kind of see them more as Noah guys than New Japan guys, but hey, they brought them to Ring of Honor. This is going to be an awesome match between the two. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to the next match. Just another tag team match is going to happen there. It's going to be a little head scratcher here, but Red Dragon going against the champion, or NTV champ, Jay Lethal, and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a head scratcher here, but I know they're all going to kill it. All four are great. I expect it to be a good tag match. I hope this is going to lead some to Jay Lethal and a Nakamura match down the road. If that's what they're leading to, maybe they're going to have some little argument or some shit, but yeah, that's a little odd that they're going to have these two team up. But I know those guys are going to be killing in the ring, all four of those guys. So we'll see some more lethal injection or Enter the Dragon. Tom, you have a comment for this match?
That should be a great match for great wrestlers in there. Can't go wrong with that. Very interesting pairing, but sometimes the most head-scratching, interesting matchups turn out to be good. So we'll just have to see what happens. Definitely going to be a hell of a tag match, though.
Yeah, definitely. All right, but those matches are part of the Field of Honor show taking place on August 22nd in Brooklyn, New York, at the MCU Park. That's if you're interested, if you're not planning to go to the NXT show in Brooklyn, you can check this show out in Field of Honor if you're interested. There's also more matches, another Ring of Honor event going down, and it's going to take place in Hopkins, Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The match has been added. Just only this match has been added so far. Dalton Castle against ACH. Wow. This is gonna be a funny ass match. These two guys. I mean, I'm gonna laugh during this match. I want to see ACH mock Dalton Castle. This is gonna be fucking funny. It's a match I think you will love to see, Tom. Because this is something. It's almost like a match. Like, all right, we're doing this match for Tom here. It's a match for Tom match. I have to say. Yeah, I know you have a comment in this match. I know what the hell. I mean, I'm expecting you to have a long, lengthy comment for this match.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of comedy, but it's still going to be a lot of good in-ring action. Dalton Castle can get in there, do some high-flying stuff. Him and ACH, I think, are going to mesh really well as far as a mix of comedy and in-ring action, so it should be entertaining for the Hopkins crowd.
Definitely. ACH Dalton Castle, it's going to be a fucking hilarious match. It's going to be fucking insane. So, if you're out there in Minnesota, Nathan, you should go there if you're listening, Nathan. You got to check that out there. All right, and I think in the one in Baltimore, July 25th, I want to say this is the main event, but for the television championship, Jay Lethal will be defending the title against Hanson. Now, that is something interesting. Can Hanson be a TV champ? Who knows? Maybe he'll have a good run, but will Lethal finally lose the title to Hanson?
Maybe. I don't know. We've seen title changes on house shows as we've seen with the Ring of Honor tag titles, I don't think it happens this weekend. It could. It's a very real possibility, but I feel like it would take away from War Machine, and I feel like they're really kind of pushing War Machine for the tag titles. So I don't see it happening.
We'll see what happens. All right. We're gonna.
But yeah, I'm looking at this Ring of Honor card for this weekend in Hopkins, and these are some of the matchups we got. We got, the main event is AJ Styles versus Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. That is a fucking main event.
I hope Nathan's going over there.
Oh my! And then we got a mixed tag match between Jay Lethal and Truth Martini taking on Jay Briscoe and ODB. Why? I don't know. Why? But we got Adam Cole taking on Bobby Fish, Matt Taven against Michael Elgin. Of course, like you said, Dalton Castle and ACH. Four-corner survival, Mike Bennett, Moose, Will Ferrara, and Cheeseburger. Once again, why? I don't know. We got Mark Briscoe against Danny Duggan. I don't know who that is, but I guess we'll find out. And Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser taking on War Machine. So, pretty solid Hopkins card for this weekend. If you're out in Minnesota, got a good card going out this weekend. So make sure you check out some Ring of Honor.
You know what pissed me off? These Minnesota shows on a Saturday. How come this fucking Ring of Honor show in Vegas cannot be on a Saturday? Because if it happens, I would have gone there for sure. But it's on a fucking Friday. It's 4 hours away where I live. I work. The show starts 2 hours before, 2 hours after I get off. I'm not going to make it there. Plus, there might be traffic heading to fucking Vegas because people are trying to party out there. So, yeah, Ring of Honor, why the fuck can you not put this fucking Vegas show on a Saturday? Because if you guys got low attendance going there, this show, don't blame the venue. Don't blame, maybe because it was just only a pay-per-view. Fuck that. If you did it on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure people from LA would have made the drive to Vegas, and you have more attendance there. So, fuck that shit. I'm fucking pissed off. They couldn't do it on a fucking Saturday. Friday, they can't do it. I can't make it. Sorry.
Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. You're going to see PWG. You're going to see PWG the next week. I don't want to hear your bitching and complaining. I don't want to hear it.
Hey,
you don't get it.
I think PWG is the same city as me. Even though it's a bitch to get there, it's the same city where I live, so I can't complain. But Global Force, you guys are dumbasses too, putting your shows on Fridays, because I can't make it there either. And I wish them luck.
Wait, did you say Global Force?
Yeah, because they're having their next show the same day as PWG. So I wish them luck. They have,
Speaking of Global Force, I guess we should talk about it. Global Force Wrestling announcing the name for their new TV show, which we don't know what network there's on, but I guess it's more important to announce a TV show name, and it's going to be called Amped. Yeah, it's going to be sponsored by Amp Energy Drink, it's going to be... God, why? Why is it called Amped? That's not really a good name. Like, Global Force Wrestling Amped, that sounds like what WWE Velocity was. Like, it makes it sound like it's going to be I don't know how to describe it. That's the best way to compare it, is it's compared to WWE Velocity. They both have the green logo, except WWE Velocity, people actually watched that. And that was on at 11 o'clock at night.
I can tell you this though. Rumor has it that Global Force could be heading to Destination America, and they'll be replacing TNA. That's what I'm hearing. And
Oh boy.
And yeah, and I also saw that Mickie James is going to Global Force. She just joined the Force, and they just added Magnus and Bobby Roode in their rosters. Bobby Roode's still part of TNA, but Magnus is not. So we'll see. And we're all hearing rumors that possibly TNA and Global Force invasion can happen or some bullshit. Eric Young is also part of Global Force as well. So see what's going to go down. I think that's not there yet, but I guess Jeff Jarrett's going to announce more future work between TNA and Global Force. But I'll give Jeff Jarrett props though. He's able to do a show which we can use New Japan, AAA, and TNA talent all in one show. Because Kushida is going to be at Global Force the same day as PWG. Now that fucking sucks. So I can't see Kushida. But I would love to see Kushida, but I won't be able to go because I'm going to PWG. I wish Kushida was at PWG. That would be nice, but
once again, you're getting Jack Evans and Angelico against the Young Bucks. Enough. You're getting Jack Evans and listen to what I'm saying. You're getting Jack Evans and Angelico, two great high flyers, against the Young Bucks. Don't be complaining. There is no complaining when you get to go to PWG. None. Zip. Nada.
Yeah, true. The only question is fucking Angelico's going to do some crazy-ass spots in that Reseda building. I don't know how the fuck, what he's going to do.
Probably he's gonna jump off of the building. What's gonna happen is they're gonna brawl outside, and they're gonna bring all the cameras outside, and he's just gonna jump off of the Legion Hall.
Good luck.
I mean, he's that crazy. But like I said, Global Force. I don't know what to think of it because it's like they're running shows, and they're still running shows out of minor league baseball stadiums. I think they ran a show tonight in Wisconsin. I'm trying to look for a possible attendance figure for the show tonight to see how it drew. I'm not finding anything, but it's just like it seemed like when Global Force was first announced, it sounded like a good idea. And then Global Force does one thing and it takes a step back. And then they start announcing good talent, but then they take a step back. And we still don't know about what's going on with their TV deal. We know the name, great. We know it's called Amped. Sounds like an energy drink. It is the name of an energy drink. But I don't know. Like I said, with Global Force, it's like how much longer can we be patient with this?
Well,
maybe that's just me. I don't know how you feel about this whole thing.
Well, I feel like we're going to get more answers of what TV deal, what channel they're going to be on, or they're going to be a fucking show like you can watch them online or whatever. We'll probably find out soon. Maybe sooner when the tapings are going around. So I feel like all the answers we want to know about Global Force is coming really, really soon. So I'm not tripping about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another commercial break. And when we come back, there's other shows around the indie scenes that maybe we could talk about. And maybe we'll talk about some NXT and such what. We'll be right back.
Hola, hola, hola. This is Shelly Martinez, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads Radio Podcast.
Hey, this is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. We just happen to be the best tag team on planet Earth, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads Radio.
This is Raze, the equal opportunity ass kicker. You are listening to Wrestling Heads Radio, and stay tuned or I will go over there and I will spear the soul out of you. And even this morning at 11 a.m.
Yeah, that was a botch. I just did a botch.
Botchamania.
You know what? Fuck you.
That was the beginning promo for Karen Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett in TNA. Of course, how lovely. But anyway,
yeah.
Oscar is watching. I will introduce you back. We are live here on Wrestling Heads Radio on the Elite Podcast Network via Blog Talk Radio. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for listening in on wherever you're listening to, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you're listening to. Thank you very much. So,
and hold on. I want to give a little shout out to Jerry. He wanted me to shout him out there. He will see his own listen. So shout out to Jerry. And I will see you this Saturday at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Red Carpet Rumble. Let me get the card out real fast. For anybody from California that's listening, you should go check out this show this Sunday at Oceanville Pavilion in Port Hueneme, California, which is like an hour and a half drive from where I live. But I'm going to be there this weekend. You guys should be there too. I'm going to tell you the little bit of the card. They're going to have a Royal Rumble type match out there. That's how it is, the Carpet Rumble. It's a Rumble match. It's like Royal Rumble. The winner gets a title shot for the Heritage Championship. The champion right now is Johnny Yuma, and he's going to be defending the title against Scorpio Sky. That's going to be taking place at the show this Sunday. So we'll see. Will there be a new champion? We'll see. Also, this match will not be aired on the television show, only if you're at the show. But it involves two TNA guys. No longer the team, The Rising. Eli Drake would be taking on Kenny King. So contracts with TNA, this match will not be shown on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Only you'll see this match live if you're at the show. Little spoiler alert. Drew Gulak and Timothy Thatcher are the new Heritage Tag Team Champions. They'll be defending their titles against Reno Scum. And for the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Television Champion, Kevin Martinson, a.k.a. Johnny Goodtime, will be defending his television champion against Brian Myers, a.k.a. Kurt Hawkins from the WWE. He'll be there, so let's see if he walks out TV champion. Also, Sukar, Rocky Romero, will be taking on Colt Toombs. If you're not familiar with Colt Toombs, he is the son of WWE Hall of Famer Rowdy Roddy Piper. And also participating in this 30-man, it's going to be a 30-man Rumble with all these names, but the names are going to be this match will be Jervis Cartonbelly from Chikara. He's also doing some championship work. The Vermin. Shane Douglas is going to be in the match. Also, Road Warrior Animal, Mason Ryan, Othello, Michael Tarver. What?
Mason Ryan's a bum.
And yeah, Skitz is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Skitz is back after seeing the Dodgers kick the worst team of baseball's ass, the Philadelphia Phillies.
Mason Ryan is a pure fucking bum. Sorry.
And you took a photo with him at SummerSlam Access a few years ago.
Yeah, that's before I knew he was a bum.
I mean, honestly, I just heard like 3 bums in that match.
You know what?
Right?
Let me go back. You know, the whole Mason Ryan thing. Actually, we were in line to meet Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero, and they left, and Mason Ryan's bum ass took over. That's what happened. It just came back to me. Fuck Mason Ryan. I'm sorry. He's a pure fucking bum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the rest of our Elite Podcast Network folks. If you guys plan on getting him, I am sorry for missing him. He's a bum. All right, you can carry on, guys.
Jeez,
right,
man,
well,
you're a savage tonight, man. Your Dodgers are winning. Ease up.
I mean, if you really want me to talk about bums, I could. But I don't want to go there. Let's continue the show.
All right. Well, it's hard for me to say there will be a favorite this year because this roster has so many new guys. But I questioned some people today on social media. The favorite to win of all is a new guy named Jacob Austin Young. He's from the Las Vegas area. He's been on very hot in the hot streak in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but I'm guessing he's the favorite to win it all, the whole thing. So the last year's winner was Willie Mack. The year before was Eli Drake. Back then it was Sean Ricker. Let's see who wins this year in the 3rd annual. And I'm ready to see guys like Road Warrior Animal and Shane Douglas see what they could do today. But anyways.
But you're missing the most important name, and that's the man that we had just recently on WH Radio, Sasha Darvecco. Come on, man. He's going to win it all.
He's going to win it. The temperatures from Hollywood, Willie Mack will be here on WH Radio Thursday, the day before PWG, and also basically that weekend before temperatures from Hollywood, their Rumble. So he's basically going to be on here. We'll have Willie Mack on here.
Well, Willie Mack's no longer a Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but he was there before. He was the last year's winner, so maybe we will have Willie Mack right before Ultima Lucha on Lucha Underground. But anyways, Skids, you just missed out part of our Ring of Honor talk we had on, but I was going to talk about these other matches that's going down around, but I think Northeast Wrestling on August 2nd, that's my dad's birthday, by the way. Northeast Wrestling been putting some good ass shows. I'm not gonna lie, but the Young Bucks will be going against the Kingdom on that show.
Yeah, man.
Yep, and Northeast Wrestling, they're also going to be running another show in August, and they're doing the Young Bucks taking on Del Rio and Rey Mysterio.
Oh
they
yeah,
booking some good tag team matches, and the Kingdoms. I don't care what nobody. People give the Kingdom shit, but these guys are out there doing their thing. I don't give a shit. They might put bad matches on in New Japan, but these guys are doing well as a tag team.
I will say this.
I think so.
The Kingdom, they are good. They don't belong in New Japan. Simple as that. They do not fit in New Japan. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they fit into New Japan. Michael Elgin, he'll fit into New Japan. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett don't fit into New Japan. I'm sorry.
All right, hold on. We have a caller calling right now. 289. You're live on Wrestling Heads Radio.
That is my boy. That is my dog. I told him to call up. Put him on. Hello, motherfuckers. That's Matt.
What's going on, Matt?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. Just talking wrestling the last fucking almost 2 hours. What's going on with
you,
man?
Since Skip is on here, I totally forgot about it, but it just popped in my mind because we had a whole discussion about this because you guys were blowing up my Twitter about this while I was working, and I was going to punch both of you in the fucking face.
Well, I was listening to the show.
Let's talk about the New Japan Dominion show because, Skitch, you didn't get to talk about it. What did you think was the best match on that show?
I thought it was 3 matches, to be honest with you. I thought Kenny Omega and Kushida, I thought they killed it. I thought they had a hell of a match. Also, I think Ishii and Maccabi had a hell of a hard-hitting match. And, of course, the main event. You have 3 matches that could have been match of the night. So, I mean, not saying
this is where I'm going to disagree with you. Ishii and Maccabi was nowhere near a top match. It was. I gave it like 3.25. It was.
Maybe I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the slapping in the face, just beating shots.
Yeah, but see, it wasn't even as good as some of their other matches. Like it.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but these Ishiis and Maccabi, it's like the same old shit we saw. Like that's why I didn't really give them much credit on this match, because he just seemed the same old shit.
It was better than another match that we've always seen. And
no.
The Kingdom versus. No. Let me finish talking, damn it. It was better than another match that we always see, the Bullet Club versus Kingdom.
Well, no shit, because Kingdom and Bullet Club was the worst fucking match on the show. Even the 10-man tag that was a dark match was better than Kingdom and Bullet Club. I already ranted on this on Monday. That whole feud was shit. The match was shit. I don't give a fuck about Maria's ass anymore. I've seen it so many times. Maria was in Playboy, for God's sake. I've seen her fucking naked. Like, I don't want to see Maria.
It wasn't. I was gonna say Maccabi and Ishii wasn't a shit match. It wasn't
shit, but it was not a top match. No, because Shibata and Sakuraba blew it out of the water.
That was a good match. That was a good match too. But I don't think it was match of the night. I think Kenny Omega and Kushida had a way better match than them.
I wouldn't say a way better match. I gave them both the same rating. I don't usually do star ratings like Dave Meltzer does, but I thought they were.
I don't know. I disagree.
There were 2 different matches. You know, one was a shoot style match, and one was a junior style match with some technical aspects into it. You can't really compare the 2, and one match got more time than the other 2, so it's tough to compare those matches.
I mean, back to the Ishii Maccabi match. Would you say it was better than the Nakamura match?
No. See, this is in the order of matches I thought was the best. I thought Okada and AJ Styles had the best match on the show. Second best match I thought was Shibata and Sakuraba. Third best match I thought was Kenny Omega and Kushida. It's very close though. I could put those 2 matches on the same level. You know, they're so close. And then the fourth best match was Goto and Nakamura.
I'm with you on that, but I would flip and put Kenny Omega and Kushida after the main event. That's just me. I would put the tag team match after the junior. I mean, excuse me, not the juniors, but the Shibata match.
I really wish we had a "Why Can't We Be Friends" soundbite. Dropping the ball.
I mean, it's good. It's good to disagree on it. So we all can't agree, all the time. You know what I mean? Like I say all the time, wrestling would be fun if we all agree.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but I will say this much.
Like Ryback's a bum. Some people think Ryback's good. I think he's a bum.
I'm dumb as fuck. Anyway,
this guy out of his way to shade on Ryback. Ridiculous.
Hey, you missed it. I shit on Mason Ryan before you caught up.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, I will say this, because, see, that is how good New Japan is that we're arguing about which is the best match. To the people that watch New Japan, if that's not your promotion of the year, then you're an idiot. I know Matt doesn't watch it, so I can't include him in there. So that's why I'm saying to the people that do watch New Japan, if it's not in your promotional year.
I will say one thing. I have noticed that New Japan World has started to do some English shit. So if they can get some English commentary in there, then we might be seeing a motherfucker.
Yeah, but then you're missing the whole Japanese experience. Listen, I don't understand Japanese, but I understand when something exciting happens because the Japanese announcers go crazy. They go nuts. They go insane. I don't need to speak Japanese to see the great wrestling that's going on in the ring.
I think I'm starting to understand this a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I'm picking up on some stuff. I don't know exactly what I'm picking up on, but maybe some things. But anyway,
back
to
I want to say something to Matt for a second. Why not try this? Watch the show, but put it on mute. Why not you just watch a show like that? That's more important. The rest is in the commentary.
Matt needs commentary.
And New Japan World is going to be free for anybody up until, I believe, the 18th. And you can cancel if you don't want it. But it's free up until the 18th, right before the G1 Climax. So to anybody that doesn't have it and wants to go check some stuff out, it's free for a week. So
it's funny because Matt mentioned, they always had the English. All you have to do is go to Google Translate, and you can switch.
I don't think you have to do that because if you go on New Japan World, there's a video on YouTube that shows you can switch. When you're doing the billing information, all that, you can switch it over to English. And
just go to Google Translator.
Yeah, when you get onto New Japan World, it's at the bottom. You switch the language to English, and everything pops up in English. I think the only thing that isn't in English is when you're typing in your credit card information, but it's so small and simple, you could tell where to put the number, the expiration date, the SSN number, all that stuff. So that's really the only issue. But yeah, that's a whole nother subject. I think we should move on to the big announcement from NXT Brooklyn show, August 18th. Same day as Ring of Honor. Main event announced. Kevin Owens will be getting another shot at the NXT title, getting his rematch against Finn Balor. What do you guys think of a rematch happening?
I think if I lived in New York, I would look at this and be like, well, this just solidified that I want to go to Ring of Honor show. And I say that because, A, Kevin Owens is not going to win the NXT title back. B, you could have done something much better with this whole situation. And C, look at what Ring of Honor is doing. They're bringing in Nakamura, Okada, the Time Splitters, and probably others because of what they're seeing going on with NXT. So,
but what if it rains? What if it rains and you're in an outdoor baseball stadium? What happens? You're fucked.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really look at it from that aspect, but would they
you have to. That's like I said. That's one of the things I hate about people booking outdoor, stadiums. Yeah, you want to do it because it's the summertime, and I understand it. I've been to a couple, and I've never been to one where it's rained. Luckily, but you take that risk. You take the risk. So, I don't know. I look at it this way. It doesn't matter which show you go to. You're going to get a good show. It's not like you're going to go to one show, get a bad show, and then you go to the other show. It's going to be a good show. Both shows are going to be awesome. You're going to get your money's worth for both shows, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and going back to Kevin Owens and Balor, the rematch, I was a little surprised. I thought Kevin Owens would be done with NXT, but Unfortunately, it looks like, what Matt just said, he ain't going to win the title back. No way. Balor's going to walk out champion, and we'll see who's going to be his next opponent. That's something that I didn't even ask you, Tom. Who will Finn Balor going against after Owens? Will that be a Samoa Joe? Will that be a Hideo Itami? Maybe at the time he'd be fully
I hate to cut him off before he gets his answer, but I think it's going to be Hideo Itami. I think it's going to be revealed that Balor took Hideo out to become number one contender. He wins the NXT title. You see the way that Hideo reacted. I think it's only money from there.
Didn't Kevin Owens already admit that he did the attack? Or I could be wrong.
Oh, he never did.
I don't believe so.
I thought
Nope.
maybe I was wrong. That I thought he was like joking when he said he attacked Hideo, but that could be a very, very possibility. But when did Hideo get injured? I'm trying to remember.
From the back,
it was
Takeover.
It became
Takeover.
So, and that was in May?
Yeah.
So, and they said he was going to be out 6 months. So he's not going to be back until October, though. Around October, I would presume. So I don't know. I want to say before Hideo, I want to say Tyler Breeze. Like just a quick little feud between Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze. And then it'll be Finn Balor versus Hideo Itami.
Well, like I said, I still think it's Finn Balor. I think it's Finn Balor that attacked him. I don't give a shit.
Oh, what you just said?
So I think it was Balor that attacked him.
Yeah, it's a possibility. And then you use the demon character thing. That's basically how it turns him heel. You say the demon, and you use that, and not in the way of Kane, where we just completely fucking say he's demon Balor now. You fucking use it in a great way, and use it in a character developing way, not in a annoying stick it up your ass way.
You know what? This is what's going to happen. It's going to be revealed that Finn Balor wasn't alone in his attack. And Bullet Club music hits. Out comes Carl Anderson. They team up. And then the Young Bucks. Come out, and then Balor comes out and throws Hideo Itami into the crowd. Bullet Club takes over. We end NXT Takeover in December with everybody to Sweden. There you go.
You want to do me a favor? You want to do me a favor, Tom?
Don't say you sit in the corner.
Sit in the corner.
Tom, stop jerking off and thinking about that. That's not going to happen.
Hold on. Why are we talking about jerking off?
Yeah, why are we on the 30 day?
That's Tom's wet dream. That's what it is.
No, I mean, listen. I was talking with Meltzer, and he it was supposed to be classified, but I accidentally I'm leaking it.
You might have to go in the corner of a post for a second.
But the Matt thing definitely getting on a serious note. Matt thing makes sense because it feels like the demon thing. Okay, he paints himself, and it's basically the same Finn Balor except he's got paint on. There's no development to the whole demon character, so Matt's thing makes sense. But see, the one problem is with Sami Zayn being out, and there's no clear-cut face except for Finn Balor right now. Maybe Samoa Joe could be the biggest face, but right now Finn Balor, everybody loves him. So, do you turn him heel?
Not right now. Just wait for a while. You gotta wait for the right moment. Let him be faced for a minute with Hideo, and then all of a sudden just turn it back on him. Bam.
Or do you think that in another scenario, Hideo, maybe it turns out that Kevin Owens did it. Let's just say.
Kevin Owens is gonna be on the main roster, U.S. champion by the time Hideo Thomas is back.
Wait, let me finish. I'm saying this. Let's say it turns out that Kevin Owens did it, but Hideo turns heel and attacks Finn Balor and blames him for him getting attacked and being injured and said that he, should have had his back or, he should have, been there for him. Hideo turns on Finn Balor and then that starts the feud.
You see that Hideo becomes like every other Japanese character in WWE history.
No, I mean, how could you say he's like Kung Fu Naki? You can't say that. I think.
Okay.
I feel like a face Hideo Itami is not working in WWE. I mean, it kind of is, but I just feel like if he goes to being a heel Hideo Itami, it's not going to change things. It's just going to make him more aggressive, and we see maybe stiffer kicks at him like he did in, Noah.
I don't mean to switch subjects, but the WWE had another tryout, and another Japanese wrestler tried out, Sonata. I don't know if you guys talk about that.
Oh, Sonata sucks dick. Fuck him.
I'm with that 100%. I could give a fuck less about Sonata.
Like, listen, they were over in Japan scouting talent over there. I'm pretty sure, they can get whoever they want. I'm pretty sure Sonata's not on their top tier list of Japanese talents they want to sign. I don't know why I just went off there. I don't know. Sonata's not a bad person.
I mean, we all had to go off on somebody. I already went off on Mr. Ryan and Ryback.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what we're going back to shooting the shit.
Yeah, see, this is a show that everybody's killing at somebody. Skits is fucking going crazy on Nice and Ryan. You guys are going crazy in Shavana. I was going crazy in Ring of Honor and Glowforce doing shows on Fridays. Man. But anyways.
Hey, what's wrong with them doing shows on Fridays? What's the heat there?
Well, I can't make it to Ring of Honor on Friday. They should have done this Saturday like they did in Minnesota, and I would have gone for sure, but too bad I can't go.
And then but then I told this guy he's going to PWG the next week, so I don't want to hear him complaining. I want to hear.
John Wrestling had a show a few shows ago. Life sucks and then you die, man.
Hey, can I go back to the Ring of Honor shows in Vegas?
Kids, are you going?
No, I'm not going to go. Can't go. I want to mention, before Roddy had put out, there was a rumor match supposed to happen. I don't know if Oscar brought it up, but Nakamura and Austin Aries wasn't happening. It was on their Facebook page and they took it down.
Yeah, we talked about that. It was false, supposedly. That's what Tom said.
What did you say, Tom?
Tom said it was false.
Well, I think they planned it until Roddy going to be pulled out. Because you know how the whole Adam Cole's thing happened? And they posted Adam Cole's name on their website and they deleted it. You remember that, Matt?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
but
they have a tendency
but Tom
put up like that.
But Tom made a point though. Why would Nakamura work at a Ring of Honor show 3 days before the G1 Climax?
That's good. That's definitely a good point. I don't know.
It made. And first of all, I'm pretty sure that weekend New Japan is running house shows.
Michael Luke is not even on that show.
I don't know.
Yeah, remember he
he
was on the
I said Michael Luke is not on that show. I remember he told us.
And that's
but
exactly why. Cause,
whoever made that
there's
dumbass graphic needs to jump off a cliff right now.
Oh, you're so ruthless, man.
But anyways, yes, you sent me a flyer to CW in September 28th. The Young Bucks going against the Wolves. What's up with that there?
It's a Monday night.
Yeah, you're right. It's Monday night.
I mean, it's for the people that don't want to waste 3 hours watching Raw, so pretty smart.
Well, what if Raw's actually good that night, just like how it was last week?
Sorry,
Oh, you thought Raw?
I didn't know you were serious.
So you're saying Cesaro and Cena was weak?
One good match on a 3-hour show doesn't make it a good Raw. I'm sorry, but listen, I can't remember the last time I sat through a 3-hour Raw and was like, man, I'm glad I sat through 3 hours of that. No, 3 hours is way too much.
If you really want to have that conversation, let's hope the Bucks, let's hope Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards don't pull out like they did for the PWG show. But if they pull out, then what? What's going to take to see you then?
I don't know. It's the fucking Young Bucks. Fucking Young Bucks. Young Bucks, for all I care, the Young Bucks wrestle 2 steel chairs, and it would probably be a 5-star match. Doesn't fucking matter.
Let's drive to that thing, and everybody will just.
Let's not write on there. Let's not write on there. That's right now, bro.
Whoa. I didn't realize we had like Marco for tacos on the line or something.
Whoa! Hold on. I'm a Bucks fan. I'm gonna defend some good matches. Like, you know, what if there's a good match on that night? Like, just like Cesaro and Cena. Like, what if there's only one good match, 2 CW match? What's gonna make it? It's the same thing.
But that never happens. 2CW is a fucking fantastic wrestling product, in case you haven't been paying attention.
All right, I understand that. I mean, it really can't go against Raw anyways, because 2CWs, unless they really have a pay-per-view at the same time.
Well, I meant for the people that are going to be attending it live.
I don't know why this chip for the WWE right now. I don't know. I just don't like when people just very fresh for no fucking reason.
You just shit on the Young Bucks. You go sit in the corner.
No, I didn't. I definitely didn't shit on them.
Don't be shitting on the Young Bucks, or you're going to be singing until Peter.
I definitely didn't shit on them. That's my favorite tactic in the world. So it's not right now. When you said have a 5-star match with some fucking cheers, that's what I said.
Yeah, I'm saying the Young Bucks are so good that they could put on a 5-star match against 2 steel chairs. And I don't think that's an opinion. I think that's a fact.
I don't think that's shitting on them either.
The Young Bucks could be in the ring with fucking, I don't know, Hulk Hogan and Sting, and they'd sell the shit out of them, and it'd be a fantastic match.
Listen. I'm going to say this. You could put you and Oscar against the Young Bucks, and neither of you have wrestling training experience, and you guys would put up a 5-star match. You guys would throw one punch at them.
You know what? I don't want to continue this. It's a dumb conversation. Let's just continue the show. Go ahead, Oscar.
This fucking guy.
Go ahead, Oscar.
What's up?
Go ahead. Continue. I'm not going to argue with some stupid shit. Go ahead.
Well, we're getting close to near the end of the show.
We got plenty of time. Keep going. It's 10:19. Go.
We got 10 minutes, but like I said, we're getting at the end of the show. But yeah, like I said, this Sunday, if anybody's listening, I will be at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. If you want to get a shirt, just hit me up. Skits won't be there because he doesn't have the balls to show up. But
I'm making this money, motherfucker. I'm making money. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, too, you're making money. Seeing the Dodgers play another weak ass team, the damn Brewers. But anyways, yeah, I'll be over there. I hope I run into Sasha Directo, and yeah, just look for me if you want to buy a shirt.
My comrade. Tell my comrade I say hi.
All right, I'll tell him you said hi, and he'll be like, "Who the fuck's Matthew Grant?" But anyways,
Get a video of it, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Maybe you'll bust a rock shit. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I think maybe we should give out our fucking plugs. Might as well, fuck it. But anyways, you can follow Wrestling Heads at Twitter, Instagram. You can check our photos out there. You might see my photos this weekend with World War Animal or Shane Douglas. He's the franchise. I'll be wearing my ECW shirt for sure. Fuck it. Check out our website, WrestlingHeads.com. Support us. If you're not going to be anywhere near California, just fucking put a Pro Wrestling /Wrestling Heads and buy our shirt right there. Shout out to Nathan for buying our shirt from Eyes in the Ring. Shout out to him. And I hope he goes to those Ring of Honor shows this weekend, right by his fucking house. You can watch ACH and Don's Castle at it. Also, you can follow me at Sinister632. And also, don't forget, subscribe us at YouTube /Wrestling Heads. I just put up an old episode we did with Joey Chaos on YouTube. If it's still Thursday in the West Coast, you can still check it. You can check it out after we're done with this show. You can go on YouTube and check out that episode we did with Chaos about almost 2 years ago. So check that out. And yeah, just follow Wrestling Heads. Follow me, Sinister632. Go ahead, Skip.
Go ahead, Tom. I'm trying to read some shit so I can, because I have a long list to put out. Go ahead.
All right. Well, you can follow me on Twitter at @2tweetme. That's my personal account. Make sure you follow me there. Gonna plug big show happening technically tonight, because I'm on the East Coast. AIW Absolution 10 happening live, Cleveland, Ohio. Big card, probably AIW's biggest show ever. Headlining it, Josh Alexander's final match in AIW, absolute title match, him, Ricky Shane Page. A huge 10-man tag, dudes on TV consisting of Samoa Joe, Raymond Rowe, Matt Cross, DJZ, and the new TNA World Champ, EC3, taking on Team AIW with the Young Bucks, who we just mentioned. Of course, Johnny Gargano. There's also the returning from kicking cancer's ass, Tim Donst. He's going one-on-one against Nick Gage. Anything goes match. Intense title match, Davey Vega, BJ Whitmer.
Real quick, did you just read what Nick Gage said about fucking Tim Donst?
What, that?
Like when he's in care, he has cancer, he needs to fuck him up, or some shit like that?
That's Nick Gage. Come on. Like, if you take Nick Gage seriously, he threatens to kill people each week.
I don't care. That's their ruthless as fuck.
Tim Donst retweeted it. I mean, Tim Donst retweeted it. I'm pretty sure he knows it's just Nick Gage being the Nick Gage character.
He's the fucking king. That's all, folks.
Anyway, continuing on, AIW Women's title match, Veda Scott, Athena. I Quit match, probably the final match between these two. This is going to end it. Eddie Kingston taking on All Ego, Ethan Page. Big card. You got a couple more matches going on. Candice LeRae is going to be there. Chris Sabin, Cedric Alexander. So much. And, of course, Mr. Big Van Vader. He's going to be there as well. biggest show. I mean, AIW sold out tickets weeks ago. They're selling standing room only tickets now. I think that's probably sold out as well. Make sure you check them out. AIWarchives.com, SmartMarkVideo.com. That's where you're going to get everything. And I'm going to pass it on to Matt because I know there's another big show happening this Sunday.
Oh, man, there is so much to plug. It's going to be unreal. Skits, did you want to go before me? Skits, you dead?
Skits, are you dead?
All right, I guess he's dead.
I'm alive. I'm right here. Are you done, Matt?
No, I was going to say you go first because I got quite a bit plugged as well.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, well, today I had the chance to speak to former ECW World Heavyweight Champion and the head honcho of House of Hardcore, one Tommy Dreamer. That will be airing tomorrow along with an exclusive interview with Lindsay Dorado on Wrestle Chat. Tom and myself will be talking the world of professional wrestling. I don't know what the hell's going to pop up, so who knows in the next 24 hours or so what we're going to be talking about. But, yeah, that's going to be going down tomorrow, Saturday at the Crossbody Pro Wrestling Academy in Waterloo, Ontario at CBPW Academy on Twitter, I believe. That's the Twitter handle. It's going to be Eddie Kingston and Josh Alexander doing a wrestling seminar. It's going to be really, really good stuff. Obviously, learning promos from Eddie Kingston, one of the best on the mic. Learning wrestling from the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander. I'm going to be doing some filming from the documentary that I'm doing on Josh and his final day in wrestling, going down on Sunday at Alpha One Wrestling. Him and Ethan Page teaming up to take on Alessandro Del Bruno and Hacker Scotty O'Shea. Ricky Shane Page versus Tyler Thomas for the Zero Gravity title. Man, there's so much on that card. Tyson Dukes versus Kobe Durst. Man, I'm having a brain fart right now, but alpha-1wrestling.com. Really, really big show this weekend. We got some new shirts on sale as well. Support Hamilton Wrestling, whichever you want to prefer to call it. A picture of the Alpha One and the Weekly Wrestling Podcast logo on it. So that's really, really cool stuff. Man, there's so much. Support Josh Alexander on Pro Wrestling Tees, or come out to AIW Alpha One this weekend. Go to the seminars too, guys, if you're wrestlers, even if you want to watch and see what goes down in a seminar. I believe they're having viewing as well for the same price, only $30. So I really recommend up-and-coming wrestlers, and even if you want to go and check it out just to hang out, only $30 to, listen to Eddie Kingston, listen to Josh Alexander speak words of wisdom for 3 hours. So, I mean, in my opinion, totally worth it. Then Tuesday night, Indie Power Rankings Live, another big show here on the Elite Podcast Network, as Jade, Mia Yim, TNA Impact Wrestling star, will be joining us for an hour. The Viking War Party will be joining us for another hour. It's going to be a heck of a show. Just keep tuned to what we got going on the Elite Podcast Network. We're actually going to be making a big announcement, me and Tom, tomorrow, about a big interview coming next week on the Elite Podcast Network. And you guys, man, this one's a big one. So stay tuned to tomorrow's Wrestle Chat and everything going forward right here on APN Network.
Yes, sir. And speaking of the APN Network interviews, shit hurt. July 16th, here on WH Radio, at p.m. East Coast time, you would be joining me, myself, Tom, and also you will be joining
your two people?
Matt. I said you were joining myself, Tom, and Matt. Let me get the names out, damn it. You be joining me, Tom, and Matt, as we interview one half of Team Tremendous, Dan Barry, as we talk about PWG, CZW, also House of Hardcore. We talking about that also. We're also going to have Willie Mack on here, I believe, on July 23rd. That's going down. We talking to him about a lot of SoCal wrestling when it comes to AWS, Lucha Underground, and such. I'm pretty sure I got some good questions for him that I really want to hear from his own mouth and not from Twitter. So I'm looking forward to that one too. And what else? I'm pretty sure you.
Also, maybe you want to let our listeners know.
Hold on. I was just about to get to that.
Go ahead.
Also,
Go ahead.
Next Tuesday, me and Oscar are going to be on the Wrestling Guy podcast, and he interviews us and talks to us about wrestling and stuff. And I guess he'll ask us questions on, I guess, how we got started and stuff. And Tom, if you want to call up. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to know how we all, clicked up, and got to start it and whatever and whatnot. Also, that same day as we'll be having Dan Barry on the show, I believe Oscar will be at the Wrestling Guy Show interviewing Robbie E. So
yeah,
that's going down too. So
yeah.
Hey, Oscar, can you tell him something for me?
Okay, what? If I can remember. If I remember.
Okay. Make sure you ask him how the fuck did he let go of Brooke Adams, stupid idiot.
Oh,
I thought they got back together.
No, I'm seeing the pictures of her and some other dude on Instagram all the time, and her ass. But I mean, I'm not complaining about that.
You know what? You win some, you bang some, you lose some. I mean, breaking news though, from because we were talking about Evolve earlier, Davey Richards going to be out of the Evolve events this weekend because of an injury in West Virginia tonight. So Davey Richards out of the Evolve shows this weekend per Gabe Sapolsky.
Wow. You know what? I'm not to talk shit about Davey Richards. Is he really injured or is he pulling out like he's out of PWG?
No, he got injured.
Why am I giving him heat for this shit?
This guy's always throwing shade at Davey. No, that sounds, man, this guy's always...
Hey, Davey's one of my boys. I fuck with Davey. Hey, you can actually ask him. Davey's one of my favorite wrestlers.
He's really injury prone right now, and I don't know if you guys brought it up, but Fifth Busick injured as well, so that question, his status for Smash Wrestling is very questionable next weekend. Fuck, really sucks seeing all these guys.
You know what else is questionable? It's looking like Super Dragon versus Fifth Busick might be questionable too. I need to see that.
I'm pretty sure even if Fifth Busick had a broken arm, he would want to wrestle Super Dragon. That is how much he wants to fight this guy. Both those guys had broken legs.
I didn't put my Twitter out there. Follow me at WH Skits. That is my only Twitter at the moment. WH Skits, Wrestling Heads is the other Twitter, and that is it. Oscar already gave us the website and shit. Pro Wrestling Tees. /WrestleHeads. We out. Peace.
Yeah, we're about to get the fuck out of here. I guess till Monday we are out. Peace.
Till tomorrow.
Molly's nuts.